Thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. As you know, Dame Dash is in debt. So, in order to pay off his debts, the courts have told Dame that he has to sell his 1/3 of Rockefeller Records. Well, they put the shares up for auction and nobody bought the shares. So now, Dame Dash wants to sweeten the deal.
As we all know, 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, or not. We'll see who shows up. But I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those. And, obviously, if someone's trying to hate on the price or trying to devalue it, it would be because they want to buy it, like a first right of refusal. So if you do want to buy 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over $10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original Rockefeller chain from off my neck. So, I say, because I was the only one that gave out Rockefeller chains when Rockefeller really existed. If I don't give you the chain, it's not a legit Rockefeller chain. You get one of these, this is legit. This is the old school one from off my neck. Like how when I took one off my neck and gave one to Kanye, Cameron, all that. So, again, if you're going to call, please have the intention of spending some real money and actually completing the transaction. But if you come with the right amount of money, you're going to get a chain. Or, at least you'll have to battle with homeboy on the first right of refusal. Hop.
Now, after Dame Dash jumped online and let everybody know that he's doing a BOGO, buy one, get one free, a whole bunch of people jumped in the comment section and one person said, going out sad. And then somebody else was like, Kanye should buy it. Own what you used to be signed to and help your brother out at the same time. And then somebody else was like, this is pathetic, my G. Make another Hove. And then after that, somebody else came through and was like, y'all catch the stipulation at the end? Jay has the right of refusal to whomever the buyer is. This ish is never getting sold. Jay just gonna keep blocking it. Okay, so for all y'all that don't know, part of the reason why Dame Dash is having so much darn trouble selling off these shares is that around the time when the government was ready to auction off the shares, JayZ popped up out of nowhere and was like, buyer beware. Anybody who buys these shares, just know that in 2031, these shares are going to revert back to me anyway. So you finna pay millions and millions and millions of dollars for nothing. Now, after JayZ basically spooked all of the buyers away by saying that, Dame Dash responded to JayZ by jumping on social media and writing, they can say whatever they want. This ish is still for sale. You're not buying a copyright, you're buying a piece of a company, Rockefeller Inc. Listen, let me start off by saying this. I find it very sad that Dame Dash is over there doing a BOGO, the buy one, get one free. I mean, come on, Dame, you can't go out like this. You're better than this. And two, I got a problem with JayZ, because JayZ is the ultimate cock blocker. I mean, come on, man. Dame was your man 50 grand back in the day, and if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be where you're at today. So, why are you trying to block him from getting his payday so he could get out of debt? I mean, that is not what friends do. Or better yet, let me get it correct. That is not what ex-friends do. Because I swear, that right there is a straight up hater move. And it just goes to show you that JayZ is a savage. Because how you gonna be laid up between Bay's legs with billions of dollars in the bank and still go out of your way to make sure your man's bank account is at like negative $1 million? That is foul. Listen, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Rockefeller Inc. is going to sell quick now that Dame is doing a BOGO and he's throwing in the Rockefeller chain? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, check this out. As you know, drill music has taken over the hip-hop scene, but a lot of old heads aren't really feeling it because it promotes negativity and violence, and it's also left a lot of our young rappers buried 6 feet deep in these streets. Source, can we please see what kind of messages that drill rappers are putting out there?
You got the small lips, like this here. Hold up, wait a minute. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Hold up, wait a minute. It's a chop. It's a chop. Hold up, wait a minute. It's a 4-5. Blah, 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 blah. It's a 4-5.
My girl said, you gotta have the small lips. Anyhow, you get the point. Well, now there's a new trend going around called gospel drill rap, which aims to hit you with the same hard-hitting beats. But gospel drill rappers say they done changed the message.
Oh man, second time listening to gospel drill. First time was tough. Let's see now.
Every time I step in the hub and I'm looking around and this is what I see. All of these kids looking up to the killers cause deep on inside that's who they wanna be. They listen to murder on all their songs, but whole time they just liking the beat. They searching for peace, smoking on weed, living in beef and they thinking it's sweet. Like, they wanna know what's the purpose of life, but they trying to find purpose living for the streets. They pushing that work, pushing that P, thinking they talking to the heat. It feel like a dream when you living this into the devil start tormenting you in your sleep. I know some people that can't even sleep. Matter of fact, that was just literally me. They tryna tell me that Jesus ain't God, but I keep it a buck, man, I just don't agree. I keep it a buck, I just don't agree. My life was a mess, a disaster. To my author, change the chapter. Life too short, man, this life gon' pass us. But Brody, where you going after? You can't serve both God and money. Go pick a side and tell me who's your master. You can have all the money in the world, when you stand before God, it won't even matter. All of these kids tryna beat up our op. Yeah, these kids, they be beefing a lot. That's why we out here preaching a lot. I don't want none of them boys to get knocked. God didn't create you to be in a box. I don't want none of them boys in jail. You gotta get out that life that you living, cause following sin is gonna lead you to hell. That's a place I don't want you to go. After this life, where you gonna go? Jesus the only way to make it home. Jesus the only way to make it home. I know some people who really got paid, got fame, and still end up selling their soul. And your life was worth more than the money, cause boy, you can't take it with you when you go. No, wait, I know that I'm really saved. I know that Jesus the way, cause 3 days later he came out the grave. For my king.
Yo, my man is over there going hard. Anyhow, let me know. Are we keeping the gospel drill music? I mean, is the gospel drill music a keeper? Or are you over there like, nah, sauce, that's a bit much. Let me know in the comments. Now, peep this. Similar to Young Miami, Sexy Red is out here trying to get her mogul on. And as part of her entrepreneurial efforts, she's officially launched her own beauty brand called Northside Princess. Now, Sexy Red says that her first line of products will be lip glosses, but she insists that these aren't the same old lip glosses that you can get from Revlon or Kylie Jenner. These are special, which you can tell just based off of the names of her products.
I got a lip gloss brand, and the names for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good. And it's so like, you know, people gonna talk but other people was like, you is a marketing genius, cause the sold so fast. And it smell good too. I be thinking of all out the box. It's not even on purpose. It's just like my brain helped me think outside the box to do some crazy shit.
Y'all know Sexy Red, the rapper with the Pound Town song?
Yes, could you sing?
Right, my coochie pink, my booty.
Oh, yes. I knew you knew who it was.
I am sad that is how you recognize it. All right. So anyway, this young lady is a rapper, and she has a song called Pound Town with the lyrics I just said. But she's coming out with lip gloss, and I was thoroughly disgusted with the titles of the lip gloss. Yellow Discharge. And that's it. Nut. Coochie Juice.
Wait, they just get progressively.
Gonorrhea.
Whoa!
Who's putting gonorrhea on their lips?
A lot of people, and they don't know it, technically.
Oh my goodness, can somebody please tell Sexy Red that the reason why nobody has ever done this is because no one should have ever done this. Now, let me say this, and a whole bunch of people might not like this, but I'm speaking the truth. Any woman who has self-respect, truly respects herself, is never ever walking into a store to buy a lip gloss called Gonorrhea, Coochie Juice, Yellow Discharge, or Nut. And any woman who does purchase the lip gloss and untwist that cap and smears some Gonorrhea, Coochie Juice, Yellow Discharge, or Nut onto their lips is a low-budget, ratchet hood rat. And I can just see it now. Here you are, standing in the mirror, getting ready to go to the club with your homegirls. And you're like, hold up, girl, I gotta add some gonorrhea to my lips. Or, hold up, girl, I gotta touch up this coochie juice with a little yellow discharge and some nut. Oh my goodness, that right there is just nasty as hell. And I know, somebody's gonna come in the comment section like, come on, Sauce, I support Sexy Red. And as a matter of fact, I just came from the store and I got me some gonorrhea, I got me some coochie juice, and a little yellow discharge for like 50% off because it was on sale. Listen, you know what I have to say to that? You, just like Sexy Red, are a low-budget, ratchet hood rat. But thank you for supporting the channel. Listen, let me know, are you gonna support Sexy Red and go out and buy some of her lip gloss? Please say no. For the love of God, please say no. Now, check this out. The other day, a photo started circulating on the internet of Taraji P. Henson over there in Bali spending some time with her homeboy Russell Simmons. Now, after people saw that photo, they were like, yo, what are you doing over there with Russell? You know that he's an alleged diddler. Well, after Russell Simmons saw all of the backlash that Taraji P. Henson was getting after she stopped by to have a quick visit with a homeboy, Russell jumped online and said this.
Still to date, I have never spoken to a policeman about anything. I've never spoken to a judge, civil or criminal, about anything. From what I can tell, Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, President Trump, all have more credible claims against them than I do, if you ask Oprah. Again, I've never been charged with. Who took 9 lie detector tests, 7 of which from the chairman of the polygraphers? Did Bill Clinton do that? Did Joe Biden do that? Did President Trump do that? Knock it off. I love you. I just don't want my friends attacked. And I wish you all the best. But just leave my friends alone. Don't attack them for visiting me. Attack friends for...
Oh my goodness, Russell, please stop it. You're killing me. You know darn well that the only reason you have not stepped foot in front of a judge is because the minute that you got accused of SA, your black behind went to the airport, jumped on a plane, and hot-tailed it to Bali. And we don't know whether or not you're guilty or innocent because your black behind, which is always seated on that yoga mat, has not returned to the U.S. to actually stand trial in front of these women who have accused you of SA. Now, as far as your friends are concerned, nobody would be looking at Taraji P. Henson or Usher with the side eye for visiting you if you came home, you went to court, you faced the music, and you were found innocent. Come on, Russ. Come home. Let's see what happens. Now, after Russell Simmons said what he said, a whole bunch of people came in the comment section, and one person said, Diddy and R. Kelly were confident too. And then somebody else was like, you literally met Kimora when she was a 14-year-old child. And then somebody else was like, so why'd you run? And then after that, somebody else came through and was like, sir, I can't hear you. Come closer to America so I can understand you. Oh my goodness, y'all are hilarious. Listen, let me know what you think about Russell Simmons saying, look, I done already took 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lie detector tests. So y'all need to stop harassing my friends like Usher and Taraji who have simply stopped by to visit me in Bali. Now, check this out because I'm getting ready to give y'all the gift that keeps on giving. If some of you women are out there dating or married to a dude who likes to walk around the crib a little funky, a little musty, not as zestfully clean as he could be, I want you to play this song the next time you're around. And I know, right now there's some dude out there who's like, Sauce, I'm gonna need the female remix to that. Because lately, Wifey's Irish Spring ain't been springing. Listen, let me know what you think about the new R&B song, You Need to Go Take a Shower. Now, according to sources, Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Affleck after 2 years of marriage. I hate to say this, but I sort of saw this coming before they got married. Okay, so according to people close to the situation, J-Lo filed legal documents on Tuesday in Los Angeles County Superior Court without having an attorney present. According to the documents, Jenny from the Block listed her date of separation from Ben Affleck as April 26, 2024. Now, we don't know whether or not when these two originally got married if they had a prenup on the table, but what we do know is that the other day when J-Lo went down to the court, she asked the courts to waive her right to spousal support, and she also asked the judge to deny Ben such support too. Listen, these two just need to go ahead and cut their losses and go their separate ways so that she can go ahead and marry her fifth husband and Ben Affleck can go do whatever it is that Ben Affleck does. Now, after J-Lo filed that paperwork, a whole bunch of people came in the comment section, and one person said, "Nobody cares button." And then somebody else was like, "He let her keep her dignity, LOL. We all know he was done with her." And then somebody else was like, "Prime example to not spin the block." Yo, how you gonna tell Jenny from the Block not to spin a block? I mean, some people have had success spinning a block. For example, Ashanti and Nelly. But what I find very interesting about this whole J-Lo thing is that if you look through the comment section, most people are blaming J-Lo for this breakup. I mean, they're like, yo, she's the problem. She can't keep a man. She is the problem. Listen, let me know in the comments. Do you think that this divorce was caused by J-Lo? Or do you think it's Ben? Ben is definitely the problem. And speaking of problems, did you guys know that Thomas Lane, one of the cops that was convicted in connection to the George Floyd murder, has already been released from prison?
Minneapolis police officers convicted in the murder of George Floyd is out of prison. Thomas Kiernan Lane was released from federal custody of the Federal Bureau of Prisons in the last couple of hours. In 2022, Lane was convicted of violating Floyd's civil rights. Former officer Derek Chauvin was convicted of Floyd's murder. Lane served 2.5 years in a federal prison in Colorado.
Oh my goodness, I'm just over here shaking my head because this right here is an absolute travesty. I mean, how in the world is this dude back out walking the streets after 2 years when he participated in the murder of George Floyd? Okay, yeah, he might not have put his knee on George's neck, but he stood there and watched and did absolutely nothing to stop his fellow police officer. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you got black dudes sitting in jail for 10, 20, 30 years. I mean, sitting in Rikers for like 30 years for selling a little weed, which is now legal, might I add, but they're still sitting in jail. Whereas this dude who participated in a modern day lynching is now free to go home. I mean, that right there is crazy. But you know what it tells me? It tells me that here we are in 2024 and black lives still don't matter. Because how in the world does this dude get less time than Jacobia Grimes, who was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison after he was convicted of stealing just $31 worth of candy bars from Dollar General? Are you trying to tell me that $31 worth of like Hershey's and M&M's is worth more than George Floyd's life? I mean, come on, make it make sense. There's no way in the world that this dude right here should have been out of jail in 2 years or less. Listen, let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that this police officer served enough time for his crime? Let me know in the comments. And also, let me say this. All of these white cops killing black people like Sandra Massey has got to stop. And in order to make it stop, we've got to make some changes. So I believe that they need to change the requirements for what it takes to become a police officer. Right now, in most major cities like New York City, to be hired as an officer with the police department, candidates must be U.S. citizens and at least 21 years of age, hold a high school diploma, and have at least 60 college credits with a minimum of a 2.0 GPA in most jurisdictions. So, as you can see, the bar is not set that high. So, from this day forward, I believe that all potential new hires to the police department should also be required to have 12 credits of African American studies courses under their belts before they can place a gun or a holster on their belts, because this would ensure that whoever you're hiring to the police department at least has a little bit of knowledge about our history and culture, and also has had positive contacts with black people before they were put on the force. And I know somebody's gonna come through and say, yeah, Source, but that's not fair, because then what do black candidates have to do? Listen, they gotta do the same thing, because you'd be surprised, but a lot of black folks don't know their history and culture either. And I know somebody else is gonna come in the comment section like, Source, that idea is whack. Okay, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if you have a better idea, share it. Because complaining about things without offering solutions does not solve the problem. Listen, if you can think of a way that we can get some of these racist white cops to stop and black people in the streets? Please let me know, because this has got to stop, and we gotta find ways to try to stop it. And please, don't come in the comments talking about defund the police. They're not gonna defund the police, and if they do defund the police, the next time you get robbed and you call the police are gonna pick up and be like, okay, we can send a cop out there, but that's gonna be $39.99. How are you gonna pay? Cash or charge? You don't want that. Now, check this out. The other day, Jennifer Lewis jumped online and she sung a song to encourage celebrities to vote. She was like, Nicki, JayZ, Keke Palmer, this election ain't no joke. So, your black behinds better get out there and vote. Check this out.
Nicki, JayZ, Keke, it's Auntie, Serena, Rihanna, Zendaya, it's Auntie. I need y'all to help me spread my quote. I need you to help me get these kids out to vote. Why? 'Cause this election ain't no joke. We gotta take this bit by the throat. So get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Y'all know how I do it. Come on, y'all. Vote.
Yo, you just gotta love Jennifer Lewis. Anyhow, I appreciate what she's doing, because one of the things that's really bothering me this election season is the amount of black people, young and old, who are out here saying that they're not gonna vote. Do you guys understand how much our ancestors sacrificed and did so that we can have the right to vote? And do you understand how much the white man did to stop us from voting? I mean, from instituting literacy tests to instituting grandfather clauses that said if your grandfather couldn't vote, you couldn't vote either, which means that if your grandpappy's grandpappy's grandpappy was a slave, they made sure that you couldn't cast your vote. And they also made us pay poll taxes, knowing darn well that when we came out of slavery, we didn't have the money to pay it. I mean, at every turn, they've tried to do everything that they can to stop us from voting. And now, we're so comfortable as black people that we're like, nah, I ain't voting because I don't like neither one of them. Listen, let me ask you a question. If voting didn't matter, then why in the world do you think that for centuries and centuries and centuries, they have tried to stop you from voting? I'm just saying, just a little something to think about. And also, you might want to think about this. Sometimes when you vote for the lesser of two evils, you end up getting less evil. But since we're talking about voting, let me share this. The other day, Toni Braxton's sisters, Trina and Tawanda, were on Thembi's podcast. And while they were being interviewed, Thembi told them that she does a very good Toni Braxton impersonation. And she was like, check this out. I'm going to sing in my best Toni Braxton voice, and I want you guys to rate my impersonation.
Who, outside of Toni Braxton, does the best Toni Braxton impersonation?
Oh, it depends on the song.
Okay.
It depends on registers, because Tawanda has that low.
Okay, let me hear both of your best Toni Braxton impersonation.
You are amazing that you are really trying to ring this in for one of us to say. That's great. That is amazing.
I'll do one. I think I have a really good Toni Braxton impersonation.
Okay, let's hear yours.
My Toni Braxton?
Yes.
Okay, but close your eyes.
Okay.
Because you gotta hear it. You gotta hear it.
Full attention.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
You gotta feel it. Okay, hold on.
You gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it. I sound just like her. And let me finish, and then you gotta rate me.
Okay.
I gotta stop laughing because it's not gonna sound right. Okay. I'm Thembi, and this is my Toni Braxton impersonation. Okay. Who do you think I am? Wait, no, y'all gotta let me go. Wait, hold on, let me finish it. Hold on.
Okay.
You gotta close your eyes. Remember, you gotta feel it. Okay. Okay. Who do you think I am? Don't you know that you are my man? But I totally know what you're.
Do we judge now?
Yeah.
Now, after Themby did her impersonation, mad people were in the comment section like, yo, Trina and Tawanda are haters because they know darn well that Tamar does the best Toni Braxton impression. Source, can we please see Tamar doing Toni?
Toni has the lower register voice. You know, can you give us a little bit of that bottom? Can you imitate?
Oh, Lord.
We gotta be little sisters.
What song?
What, unbreak my heart? Ooh, let it flow.
Oh,
good one.
oh, that's a good one.
What you?
First thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away.
Wow! Oh my God. That was, see, they sound just alike, don't they? Okay, so she has like the bottom range, right? And she's the oldest. And then you're the youngest and you have a higher range. Does it rank like that from like, you know what I mean? What's our range within the sisters?
I think all of us can sing everything.
Everything.
Because we had to. Yeah, growing up in church, that's your part.
That's your part. So y'all can hold it down at any given time.
Listen, let me know in the comments, who gave us the best Toni Braxton? Was it Themby or was it Tamar? I personally think that it was Tamar, but let me know what you think down below. Now, last but not least, I gotta tell you this. The other day, Lil Baby shared a little bit of news. Lil Baby said that he's buying up every corner store that he used to trap from in his old neighborhood, and he's renovating all of those stores.
I'm buying every store I trapped in front of. Ain't nothing wrong with buying chains and watches and shit. I got a lot of that stuff. So I ain't got to buy some more shit too though. You know?
Now, after Lil Baby showed everybody that he's playing Monopoly in his old neighborhood with real dough, not Play-Doh, a whole bunch of people had something to say. And one person said, oh, you Nipsey now? And then somebody else was like, this is how you build real wealth. And then somebody else came through and was like, this is some next level-ish. Yo, can we please stop and give Lil Baby his props? Because I swear, this is how you do it. Not only is he building generational wealth, but he's also giving back to his community. I mean, come on, how dope is that? Hopefully, a whole bunch of other rappers out there see what Lil Baby is doing and they follow his lead. Listen, let me know what you think about Dame Dash doing a buy one, get one Rockefeller chain free deal for anybody who buys Rockefeller Inc. Rappers switching things up with the gospel drill, Sexy Red launching her new beauty supply line, Russell Simmons saying y'all need to stop harassing my friends who come visit me like Taraji, the woman who dropped the new R&B hit, Boy, Go Take a Shower, Jennifer Lopez filing for divorce from Ben Affleck, the cop Thomas Lane being released after 2 years for the role that he played in George Floyd's Moira, Themby and Tamar's Toni Braxton impressions, Jennifer Lewis saying, remember this quote, get out and vote, and Lil Baby buying up all of the old trap houses in his neighborhood. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.